Death Watch.
Okay, so you guys had met with Alana Sedai, and after your exchange, Adina had informed you that she would be staying at the inn tonight.
I'll make that seem like I was offered and it was something I accepted. Gracious.
Okay. And did you guys, I apologize, I forget, did you guys all opt to go with her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the inn is the White Boar, and I believe it was Rafe and Falk that had stopped in here and talked with the innkeep already.
Yeah.
So she greets you when you return and asks if you changed your mind on the room.
Yes, we would like to stay.
We had someone escorting us, right?
Yes, the women's circle had escorted you back.
So she, I guess, was.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I apologize. She was part of that group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
So, yeah,
wasn't she the one that I followed?
Yeah, she takes you to the. All right. So we'll scrap that and say that she takes you to the inn, and Alana said I had secured rooms for you guys. Do you guys want to set up any type of watch order, or what time are you guys planning on waking in the morning?
I think we can just do our usual watch order.
We're in the inn, right?
Yes.
Oh,
I don't really want to do a watch tonight.
Nah.
So
I'm
remember, you're in an area that seems to be infested with Trollocs and White Cloaks.
Yeah. But we're at the center of the town, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is about the safest I've felt in months.
Okay.
Oh, poor sweet summer child.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to, because I'm paranoid about Lalana trying to be taken from me.
Okay.
So I'm going to harden air on the door and window
Okay.
and shield dreams.
No air can get in and she suffocates and dies.
That's not true. Air can get in. I'm fine.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
If you want to just make up your own rules.
Ah. I'm Balefire.
Have you learned that yet?
No. Not even close.
All right. How many rooms were you guys going to take?
6?
One for each horse, too.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't have 6.
Well, I can. Me and Dill and somebody else can. I thought we were like going to try and cram all the guys into one, and then Adina. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Having hers.
Yeah, so you'll get rooms that are right next to each other. So are you guys going to do a watch without Falk then?
Yeah, I'm still going to do a watch.
Okay. What is that watch order?
Well, usually I took the last.
And then Adina, you were going to. Are you going to set up any wards or anything, or just the hardened air and the dream shielding?
Harden air, dream shielding. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and I think I'll also harden air on Lalana too, so that way I can sleep without having to worry about her trying to beat me up.
Wasn't the one of the things with that ad Adam that you can't physically harm the other person?
Oh no, you can. You get the crap beat out of you in return because of it, because it like doubles all the damage.
That's
but
right.
if I sleep, I'd have to sleep with it on, or I'd have to put it like across the room so she couldn't reach me, type of thing. Make her a pallet on the floor.
Okay. Did you want Dill to be included in this watch order?
No, he's a kid. He can go to sleep.
Okay.
He's probably tuckered out from using his imagination.
But
this is a lot of work.
But as an adult, I no longer have an imagination.
That's true.
as a borderlander, you never had an imagination.
Exactly. The blight beat it out of me.
What you doing? Imagining things? Bam, 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 bam.
Not anymore.
All right, so it'll be what, Rafe for the morning or the first watch, and then Shogoth for the second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my first watch, though, I'll actually just be in the common room drinking and watching.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can get a game of cards or dice go.
Or stones.
Not a lot of money in stones.
So the night itself will pass uneventfully, but for everybody who's asleep, I need to know what your listen modifier is.
+10.
And Rafe?
Where are you? Listen. +2.
Probably don't get a good night's sleep
Adina?
anyway. I go with it. 3. 10 was.
And Cho'Gath, you'll actually get a roll of listen. And what is Alana's?
16.
She's the super spotter too, isn't she?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
I like how it...
What did you get?
27.
Okay.
like how when you roll a 20 like that, there's just no... Just bam.
Yeah, it's just bam. I'm at 20.
6 to landing, arms up in the air, bow to the judges.
Okay, so Lalana, Falk, Dill, and Cho'Gath will hear this. So as you're on your watch, this is about an hour after dawn. You start to hear a commotion outside. It sounds like horses, and this wakes you up as well, and Lalana and Dill.
Well, I'll go look out the window
Okay.
and see what's all the fuss about.
So for anybody who looks out, as a half dozen horses, panting and lathered with sweat, have come to a halt in the village green. The group is led by a black-haired woman with a hawkish nose. Though nobly dressed, she wears a brace of knives prominently displayed across her chest, and her hair is strung through with ribbons, like a country girl. She jumps from her horse, calling out in a loud voice, "Hail, Watch Hill! I ride from Emond's field. Your help is needed."
Well, I'll mind my own business.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to sleep.
Okay. You do see that some villagers had started to come out of the surrounding buildings.
Yeah, I'll step out there and see what she's going to say.
So she is right now saying that Emond's field needs their help. There's an impending Trolloc attack. She's calling for the village council. She sends out some of her men to find the mayor and to rouse more people to the cause.
Okay.
After they depart, the sound of hoofbeats come charging up the hill. And so there's a shout from the bottom of the hill as 5 white-cloaked horsemen charge up toward the green. The horses pull up to a stop just shy of... did she announce who she was? No. They pull up just shy of the woman that's trying to make a case for the defense of Emond's Field. The 4 soldiers are... What does it say 4? The 4 soldiers are unshaven, and their tabards and cloaks are dirty and stained. You, the lead horseman snarls, pointing at the lady with his sword. "You're the Dark Friend's woman. You're under arrest." You notice behind and off to the side a little bit, there's an Aiel woman that steps out and brandishes a spear, and she pulls her veil across her face. The villagers all drop back in confusion, leaving the 2 women alone to face the 5 horsemen.
Well, I will immediately go stand next to the woman and bear an inch of steel.
Okay.
I hate white cloaks.
Blade Master Steel.
Yeah.
So
They can smell it's not power rot, though.
Adina and
It is power. It's
Rafe,
+7 power rot.
you guys will wake up at the sound of the white cloaks galloping up. So you will have...
So I suppose I see Cho'Gath go out there.
yeah, and Dill comes out too. But yeah, you'll actually have a few, 3 actions before we'll get up to that point. So if you want to, you can go out there.
Yeah, I'll put on my boots, grab my sword, and walk out in my small clothes.
Okay. So you guys will have
Tidy whities.
It's more like long
3
johns.
move actions before we'll
like
go
a
into an actual
Speedo.
initiative phase. What would you like to be? What would you like to do?
Can I see this from my window if I was
Yes.
to untie the weave? All right. My action will be to embrace Sayadar, untie the window, and that which probably would have already happened, but then untie the hardened air around Lolana
Okay.
and get her ready to go.
Okay.
And then we'll see if she's a dark friend or not, because I'm going to probably do some pain on some white cloaks here, and she shouldn't be able to do it.
And then what would you like to do?
Well, I'll get up off the bed and I'll go look at the noise.
All right. So yeah, what you see is Dill, Falk, and Shogoth are standing down there with a woman who looks like a noble, and the Aiel woman, and then 5 white cloaks who are confronting them.
All right. Then I'll grab my bow and just open the window.
Okay. All right. So let's go into initiative.
I'll look at the white cloak and I'll spit on the ground and say, "White cloaks are the Trollocs of the Southland."
Except Trollocs are prettier,
Right. And they smell better.
closer to the light.
Well, that might be taking it a little far.
Do any of them happen to be the ones that confronted me yesterday?
No.
Dang.
Did we ever get any numbers on what the percentages of dark friends are in the White Cloak ranks? That'd be an interesting one.
I don't think we...
No.
They were like decimated though by the time the last battle happened.
Right. Yeah, there wasn't much left of them.
And there was nothing left of them once the last battle was done.
Yep. As it should have been all along. I hate them.
Well, you'd think that if it's an organization specifically created to serve the light, then of course they'll be all destroyed as the first casualties in a war against the shadow.
I just wonder why they were established so far south.
Yeah.
I mean, you got an obvious hellscape to your north, and many of them do campaign up that way.
Yeah, they do know that it's true. They know.
I don't think the zealotry survives
The blight.
pragmatic needs of the blight, you know?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it would have been smart though.
Yeah.
Like if you're building this fighting force, you should make your units go on a rotation, like a tour
they're
through there.
Trained.
So,
Well, there's things that would like just break them. I guess that did, like fates and whatnot. They're just
well,
they need
and all
to be
the
prepared
diseases.
for.
And, yeah.
But I suppose that's what Galad ultimately did. Once it was winnowed down to this solid core.
But it wasn't really initialized as like a religious or thing to fight the shadow. It was a way of forming a government where people couldn't argue with you.
Yeah.
Adina
10.
and Cho'Gath.
7,
Blade Master takes his time.
he said proudly.
Falk.
I want to give them a chance
22.
to go first.
3 full round actions.
Right.
And Rafe.
13.
All right, so Falk will go first. They haven't started attacking yet. Nobody has. They've just, at this point, said that she's under arrest. And that's the point where everybody had just gotten to.
Okay.
It's kind of too bad that the entire world doesn't have the collective memory of the book. Because that way you know that their arrests are kind of hollow, as long as you show a little backbone.
Right.
They tried to arrest me yesterday.
Yeah, that's probably why they're so peed today.
We didn't make our arrest quota.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Falk, what would you like to do?
I'll move in front of the noble's horse between her and the white cloaks and ready in action to attack anyone that enters my threatened space.
Okay.
In his underwear.
And
In my underwear. Yes. I am.
you get some looks. But
Do you at least got your boots on?
Yeah, I put my boots on.
He's clothed.
I figure it's like a farmer's long john type outfit or something like that.
It's those like what are they? Bikini underwear.
I was picturing like the Japanese style like loincloths.
Like loincloth thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a sumo,
I'll do that one.
Like a sumo wrestler one.
So Dill readies an arrow and looks to you, Cho'Gath.
Yeah, I'll motion to wait.
Okay. All right, Rafe. So you see Falk, who's in his small clothes with his boot and sword, step in front of this lady.
It's a heroic outfit.
And then you also see that Dill's ready to an arrow as well. What would you like to do?
I'll do the same as Dill.
Okay.
Did he hear my epic insult with the window open?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty dead quiet right now.
Yeah. What'd you think of it?
I liked it. Good one, Cho'Gath. Go home, dark friend.
All right, and then
It might piss the town off. They kind of need them.
the white cloaks look at each other like gauging the situation. They don't do anything just yet, and then Adina.
So I got Lalana on my wrist, on the bracelet.
Yeah,
Okay.
and no one's engaged anybody just yet.
Oh, let's get this party started. No, I'll embrace the source, though,
Okay.
through Lalana.
Anything else?
That's all I can do.
Okay.
And because we're in initiative, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, full round action.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Cho'Gath.
Well, no, I'll just ready for if they make a move towards me. I'll
Okay.
cut their jaw off.
Ouch.
So it'll be back up to Falk.
It's a standoff.
Dun, dun, dun.
Man, that's such a good movie.
I think it's the only one of the trilogy I actually ever really have seen.
Same here.
Oh, I'm sorry. The lady that you had stepped in front of, she does. She orders them to stand down.
The white cloaks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, they ignore that.
Okay.
At their
But they
peril.
don't make any move to attack?
No. So last time they were more looked like they're probably trying to gain some confidence in themselves because they weren't expecting anybody to really stick around to try and help. So then it will be your turn, though.
Okay. Yeah, I'll shout to him. It's clear that nobody's being arrested today, murder lover.
Jeez.
Turn around and leave.
Like,
Yeah,
are
that
you accusing him of
draws
actually
some
betting?
some angry
Maybe.
remarks from the white cloaks and some gasps. All right, so Dill holds as well. Rafe, we're back to you.
Yeah, continue.
Okay. So the white cloaks, enraged by Falk's latest comment, and Cho'Gath's before. So you're gonna get one coming towards you.
Okay.
I'll fire at him.
Yes, that's gonna provoke you when they get in range. Cho'Gath as well. Yours if you. Oh, that's right. You're right after them. And then yours and Dill's. So go ahead and take your action. So you see the one that was in the lead that had his sword out already. As he curses towards Falk, and then
We're getting
digs
better
his
at picking
spurs
fights.
into his horse, and it starts to bolt forward.
All right, I'll shoot at him.
Okay.
With your bow arrow.
Dark one's on. Dark one's on. 16.
It's a hit.
It's better than the first two.
Yeah.
3 points of damage.
3 points of club damage.
Shoots clubs
Shoot
now.
clubs.
So yeah, as this
Flaming
this
clubs.
like
lead
gauntlet.
white cloak spurs his horse, an arrow streaks out of the window and hits him. And Deal is going to
How many times he used Dark One's own luck to like bounce off of a bird and then hit him?
Yeah. Twice, so I would have had him.
Yeah.
It was a magic arrow. It was like the JFK assassination, yeah. Went through, and then up and back.
All right, so Dill fires off 2 arrows, rapid succession, and both of them sink into the lead White Cloak.
I'm starting to worry about this murderous little kid we're dragging around.
So when he gets to you, that will set off your readied.
Okay.
And Cho'Gath, you would be right there too.
Yeah, I'll do a power attack on him. Take it away 2. Oh, 12.
That's a miss.
Would a 14 have hit?
No.
Okay, so it wouldn't have hit either way.
16.
22?
Or wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, 14 would actually.
Okay. I still miss.
Okay. Cho'Gath.
Unless I get flanking for some weird reason.
I'll power attack as well. I'll take 4 off.
Okay.
Space and time is warping, and so the front of the horse and the back of the horse are at 2
14.
different positions.
That's a hit.
So he has flanking on you.
But then wouldn't I have flanking on him as well?
Well, when you go to attack,
10
your
damage.
sword is displaced, and you gain displacing or flanking because of that.
Okay.
This inspires Rafe to create the ways, even though it's already been created.
I modeled them after the Camelin waterways.
Yeah.
New invention.
Okay. So he looks pretty messed up by the time that he gets to you, but he'll attack. So 22
Yep, that hits.
for 3 damage. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I messed that up. Yeah, for some reason I'm rolling his hit points. 7 damage. As they're wielding long swords.
Okay.
So, this also sets the others' White Cloaks off into motion as well. One of them is going to charge at the lady behind you, at the Aiel, and then at Dill, and another one's going to come for you.
So the one that's charging at, I'm assuming this is Fail.
Mm-hmm.
Would I get an attack of opportunity as he passes?
You will. You and Cho'Gath will. Either on that one or the one that's going to attack the Aiel.
I'm protecting the noble lady.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Aiel can
take
protect
care of
herself.
Yeah. I'm probably going to need her to protect me very shortly.
Right.
So we'll resolve that one first then. So
Okay.
go ahead with your attacks of opportunity.
14.
That's a hit.
15, actually. Although he's on over, so 14.
18.
That's a hit.
For
10 damage.
5 damage. 5 damage.
Okay. All right. The one that was trying to attack her misses. Does a 15 hit you?
Mm-mm. Okay. Even in my small clothes.
And let's see. Misses the Aiel. And one hits Dill for 10 damage.
Dang.
Yeah, so that one is scored a pretty nasty cut. And then Adina. So all these White Cloaks have now charged forward and are engaged.
But how far away are they?
From the inn, they are about 20 feet.
Excellent. The lead one that got hit a bunch of times?
Yeah.
Fort save. If Lalana's able to do this,
What is it?
it's rend. She can rend, but if she's bound by the 3 O's, she shouldn't be able to rend on this white cloak.
Okay. An 11.
Fail. So 28 damage to him.
Yeah, that I'll let you describe it if you want. He was at 7 hit points. So he's negative 21 now.
I think because rend is like a twisting of, it's like mostly internal. There'd be outward effects because like your arm will look like it's been twisted around in the socket. But I think it'll look like he just kind of overcame his injuries and fell from his horse. But like his arms will be the wrong way in their sockets. His legs will, and his head will be twisted a little bit more around than it should be.
Okay. And so what you guys also hear, since he's right next to you, is all these bones breaking.
Yeah,
and,
popping.
And he starts to try and make noise to cry out, but it's lost in the gurgle as blood comes shooting up his mouth or out of his mouth.
Yeah,
It's those dang acid arrows.
Arrow hit him in the right spot. But yeah, he falls from his horse. Cho'Gath. So you have two of them right next to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I want to get to the one that just attacked Dill.
Okay. He's about 10 feet towards the inn as he had come out a little ways.
Yeah.
So you would provoke if you just left.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll provoke.
A 15 and a 14.
No.
Okay.
I'll charge and I'll do power attack. I'll take 6 off of my...
Okay. And you'll have flanking as well.
25.
That's a hit.
16 damage.
So yeah, you grievously wound him.
Yeah.
He's not quite dead yet, but it looks like he's pretty close. As you just take him in the back with, what are you wielding?
My sword, my long sword.
Long sword?
My Heron Mark long sword.
Falk. So we back up to you. So Cho'Gath, the one guy, succumbed to his wounds.
Yeah, in a disturbing fashion.
Yeah, Cho'Gath had run off and charged another one and took him in the back. And you have 2, one that was attacking the lady and the one that was trying to attack you.
And the one that's attacking the lady's wounded, right?
Yes.
I'm going to try and finish him off.
Okay. You'll have flanking.
Okay. I'll do a power attack. I'll take away 3.
Okay.
I stumble and drop my sword, apparently.
It falls back into its sheath
Yes.
and gets stuck.
And back in my room.
Well, we can say that you had some difficulty getting over the body that's now lying there.
Yeah. We can just say that I froze up at the sound of his internal organs.
It's pretty nasty sound, man. Like the sinew starts to wrench free, and
yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I throw up on his body. Or throw up next to him.
Don't worry about it, Falk. You can't see any difference. He's wearing armor.
No, but I can
There's the
hear
sound
it.
like a log cracking in the fire just over and over again.
That's the sound the White Cloaks made when their fat popped in the fire.
Yeah.
Deal is
I'm
going
probably gonna have
to
nightmares about this.
We'll just drink it off like last time.
Haven't most of our fights
shot, was that to give you bonuses?
gives you bonus to damage, I believe.
Yeah, within 30 feet.
I got it right here, John.
Because I got the digital copy now of the book, so that's all I'm doing on this.
+1 to attack and damage rolls within 30 feet.
Okay.
Oh, you have the campaign book?
No, or yeah, the campaign book.
I was going to say, then what the heck did you send me a while back? If it was the player's handbook, essentially.
Oh, yeah. No, I got the campaign book now on it.
Yeah, I've actually become better at using PDFs than actual books.
Oh, yeah.
So now the actual ones feel kind of weird to me.
Right.
Yeah, I catch myself doing that when I'm drawing. I'll screw up and I'll immediately make the motion for Control Z
Oh, really?
to undo.
And you're like,
And even if I catch myself, a part of me still's kind of like ashamed because I finished the process in my head. And then I'm also confused sometimes why it didn't undo.
So Dill steps back, and he's crying at this point as well.
Yeah.
But through his tears, he manages to get another arrow off. And
the critical hits?
No, well, he did, but then he rolled a 1.
Oh.
I'll use a free action to tell him if he wants to cry, I'll give him something to cry about.
The White Cloak just did give him something.
You put that white cloak down now, this instant.
He does, actually. He puts an arrow in his throat.
Nice.
And
Attaboy.
the White Cloak slides off of his horse. So he took that guy down to 3 hit points, dude. It wasn't going to be hard to kill him off.
Yeah.
How badly is Dill hurt?
Took 10?
Yeah, he took 10 damage.
How much does a kid have?
39.
That little...
He has 20 more hit points.
Well, he's rolled almost max on every one.
He has
so
19
So
more
he
than me.
has more hit points than a seasoned veteran of campaign.
He grew up on the mean streets in between Ilion and... what was the other place?
Was it Lugar? No.
Yeah, Lugar.
Lugar.
So he was just roaming around out there, so...
Dang.
I'm a farm boy.
Yep.
Feed up sheep, kick a pig, get attacked by some bandits.
Rafe.
All right, here's the attack pattern.
Crazy.
So first I want to look for a target that's unengaged. Failing that, I'll look for an ally of mine that is outnumbered.
That would be near fault.
And there's no unengaged targets, so...
No, the one that's engaged with the Aiel has realized his mistake and is trying to avoid now. But he's got 2 that are right next to him.
So I'll loose an arrow at one of them.
Okay.
Good with
Do you
that.
want to do the one that they had attacked the round before?
If you
would have
want.
seen it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it. A -4. 5 miss.
Okay.
But it wasn't a critical, so you don't hit an ally, right? Is that how we do
Close.
But I think when I would do it, I'd say you could waive the -4
it? Oh, yeah, that's
penalty.
right. So you got it. Yeah, you're aiming safely.
So
Thank you for not waving.
at this point,
it's always funner.
seeing that a couple of their companions are downed, the White Cloaks are going to disengage.
They might bring the
What?
enemy back on us.
Yeah.
Fight to the death, you dirty dark friends.
Quick, everyone.
So
Telepathy.
from the beginning, you could definitely see these weren't like any of the White Cloaks that you'd seen before.
Yeah, you described them as sort of being in
they're
a bad state.
unshaven, dirty.
Oh.
It seemed also they targeted women and children. So
Well, that seems par
Within
for course,
character,
but
yeah.
being dirty is a little out of the ordinary.
So they're going to disengage back down the hill, the 2 that are near you. Do you have reach? No?
No.
And then the other one is going to disengage in a different direction from the Aiel. But anybody with ranged can continue the attack
No.
if you want.
I can't. Lalana doesn't have a means to.
Okay. Yeah, and Dill's not going to pursue this right now. So the Aiel drops her veil, and the lady behind you thanks you for coming to her aid, but she wishes you would have dressed a little bit more. It's a little indecent, but she does introduce herself as was it Fail T. Bashara?
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Arbera.
Yeah, Arbera, there you go. I was trying to remember all of them there.
Yeah.
I
don't know if her mom's
render
name is in there as well.
Yeah.
But
if you want.
You can render?
Yeah, we'll
Well-
just do that. You won't have to worry about her.
Okay, so as this scene is playing out and the White Cloaks are fleeing now, at that moment you start to see the people that Fael had sent out, along with the mayor and the village council members arriving. As they approach, she turns and draws herself up, taking on an almost regal bearing. The villagers' talk drops to silence, every eye on her. "People of Watch Hill, I bring dire news," she tells them. "A great army of Trollocs has infested the two rivers and now moves upon Emond's Field. The people there have done much to defend themselves, but without help they will be overrun, and if they fall, Watch Hill will be next." Lady Fael holds her hand, and one of her men hands her a roll of cloth. She unfurls it, revealing a banner festooned with a large red eagle. "This is the banner of ancient Manetheren. The kings who ruled this land centuries ago defeated the hordes of Trollocs under this banner. Long ago, even before Arthur Hawkwing's time. Follow me under the red eagle of Manetheren, and together we'll turn back the tide that threatens to break through Emond's Field and sweep away the entire two rivers."
"I'm with you, my lady," I shout immediately.
I'll roll my eyes and groan from my window.
The crowd breaks into cheers as well, and the mayor and the village council start issuing orders on who's to stay, who's to go, who's to collect armor and weapons and horses, things like that. Your offer of assistance is greatly appreciated. She lets you know.
I'll ask for her hand in marriage.
She's
as compensation.
She said, "I just got married last night."
I like Saldean woman.
I'll perform the ceremony.
I'm already married, is what I'm saying.
When you've passed through the Camelin waterways, as I have. Oh, wait a sec. No, Falk should perform the ceremony. He is the creator's chosen.
No, I'm the champion of the creator.
Champion, sorry. So I guess Rafe might be the chosen.
He'll just make it awkward when he goes down there and tells her to shake the creator's hand.
But
or
as soon as I tell her that,
his catchphrase
I'm going to go tend to Dill and say, "Come on, we got to get you to Mistress, whatever."
Adina,
right. Yeah,
don't bleed on the... Don't get blood in the end.
Okay.
I'll unseal the door and start getting dressed.
All right, yeah, he's not crying anymore.
Good, he better not be.
But
weakness will not be tolerated.
And it was what, a quarter of his hit
only
points?
a third of his life.
Well, still, I mean, he's a kid. Figure.
Yeah.
Now, once you get 39 hit points,
you're a man.
Yeah.
It was,
that would kill most level one.
An emotional crying than anything.
That would kill almost every level one, or at least down them.
Yeah, well, I think it would.
Maybe a barbarian would be about it, unless the barbarian had crap constitution.
All right, so you can gather up your things, and Dill will come to you for assistance.
I'll boop him. Boop, boop. 12 hit points back.
He bursts with the energy of the creator. I guess that's not true in this one, though, huh?
But I'll give him a small lecture while healing him about how he needs to not let those fool men drag him into trouble at the drop of a hat.
He nods in agreement.
I can see the lie in his...
Yeah. Oh, how right you are.
I'll contemplate throwing him out the window.
All right. This is just an assumption, but I would assume that you're all going with Cho'Gath.
Well, they're going to need quality leadership in this conflict.
It's true.
Somebody get me some fresh pears, though.
Actually, I might be a little nervous about leaving the inn, as Alana said I did give full-on instructions to not leave, I believe, right? She would like me to stay here?
Just leave a note.
Yeah, leave her a note.
Yeah, it works with Sheena, said I.
Went to fight Trollocs, BRB.
Polling. Maybe that's what went wrong, right? Perrin showed up, he essentially pulls. Well, yeah, because it raised Tadenfane's ire, and so he ends up pulling several fists of Trolloc down on him. Trolloc.
Thanks, parent.
You're supposed to be the tank, parent. Tanks don't pull. Well, I don't have shadows.
Or aren't Loyal and Gaul actually pulling? They're actually pulling everything in the two rivers?
Yeah, maybe.
Alana had wanted you to stay there so that she could take you to Emond's Field.
Okay.
Anyways.
So I'm just helping her out by going.
Yeah. Did you want to leave word with this innkeep for Alana about Maddie Lewin?
Oh, that's something I forgot. I would have told Alana.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to retroactively do that.
Okay. So within an hour, the town will be ready to move. It's going to take... So it'll take the rest of the day to make it to Emond's Field.
Okay.
Okay, so I just sent you guys another whiteboard that'll have...
Emond's Field?
Yeah.
All right.
So when you come onto the scene, this is what you're encountering here. You'll notice that towards the north is the Watch Hill folk. That's where you guys are at.
Mm.
Oh, that's a mess.
Emond's Field looks bigger. Well, that's right. They were growing pretty rapidly at that point.
Yeah, they had a bunch of like Almouth Plain refugees too. Emond's Field folk were starting to wear like weird mustaches and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I know, like, was it
Will, the pretty boy Will or something?
Yeah, and then
scene.
The women's circle was divided on Domani dresses.
Right, because their love of fashion conflicted with their what's the term for that?
Modesty.
Decorum.
There we go. I like that. That should have been the 15th. Or wait, no, that was before. That should have been what the 5th book was about. Just the women's circle in Emond's Field. And the split.
Should have been what the last book was about.
The true last battle. But if he started sowing the seeds from the 5th book on, that would build the tension appropriately.
We got right by attack, didn't we?
You guys got right by attack?
Time for a nice, true, heavy cavalry charge.
I got combat expertise, so I guess I'll eventually get whirlwind attack. That's the end result of that one.
You and your club.
Club and swordbreaker.
They're both a club.
So
you don't miss out.
As you reach the edge of the forest, you get your first view of the battle. Emond's Field lies before you. An area of some 500 paces has been cleared around the village, dotted with the stumps of recently cut trees and the dark corpses of hundreds and hundreds of Trollocs. Their bodies bristle with the feathered shafts of long arrows. At the town's edge, thousands of shadow spawn swarm around and over the defenses, hacking and cutting at the villagers in a fevered frenzy. The defenders are slowly giving ground as the battle shifts from the stake-covered embankment around the town into the alleys and backyards of the village itself. Lady Fael is going to immediately deploy the Watch Hill folk as she starts directing archers where to position and to fire into the rear of the Trolloc horde. And within moments, the Watch Hill archers are sending volleys of arrow fire into the Trolloc ranks. You do see that the attack seems to have an immediate effect on the Shadow Spawn as they start sending their rear ranks, start milling about and looking around in confusion. A few score of Trollocs start rushing towards the Watch Hill force, and Fael sends some skirmishers forward to protect the archers. So, you guys will have options here. You can, for anybody who wants to be with the archers, you can be in that group. Anybody that wants to be with the skirmishers, you can be in that group. Adina, you kind of have your choice of where you want to be and what you want to be doing here.
Archers.
Okay.
I'll stick with Cho'Gath and Falk. This has got to be a pivotal shift in Rafe's attitude, though, when he rides out here on the road and sees that spectacle.
Yeah.
No more jokes now, Rafe.
Didn't know they had that many Trollocs
right.
in the Blight.
Yeah,
I'll probably remark about it to Cho'Gath. Ask you if you've ever seen anything like this before.
Well, how many are here? What was it like? How
8.
many was it?
There are nearly 8,000.
Yeah, I thought it was around 10,000.
Yeah, it's 50 fists, and they have 2 score Midral.
No, this is the biggest Trolloc army I've seen in my short career.
How in the light did they get this far south?
Well, they walked.
Doesn't really matter. We're going to need to cut them down one way or another.
Focus your attentions on the fades.
I think I might just make a little box of air around me.
Safety zone.
Mm-hmm.
We'll come back, all the Watch Hill folk will be dead, and Trollocs just banging on a wall of air.
All right, so...
Of course, she'll have worked her little pet
to death.
I can't use the pet for that. She's not talented enough.
I mean, you put up the wall of air,
Which-
and then you use all of her power until she's dead.
Which group would you like to be in, Cho'Gath? So Adina is going to stay back with the archers, and you see they're having great effect.
Yeah.
The Dill opts to stay back as well. Yeah.
No, I'll be with the skirmishers.
Okay. And
Anyone
Rafe,
has a
you are...
flaming wagon they want to use.
Yeah, I'm
Push
with
it in
Rafe
there.
and...
Or,
Falk and
And
Cho'Gath.
Falk,
Probably
you're
get some of the
going
light
with
mare on.
Cho'Gath as
Not
well?
big enough.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Well, if they get a Trolloc on fire, and then
Still not big enough. We're talking like wagon house type sizes to get up to the firestorm.
So...
yeah,
Trolloc might be a campfire.
yeah, it could turn into a house fire though
Yeah,
Here.
2 Trollocs.
over a little bit of time.
All right, so... That I just circled on there is the Trollocs that are going to be coming towards you guys. Let's see. So you'll need to ride out to them. What
Even
is
better.
that going to be?
So
Well, that's 240 paces about from the little chart down here, the bottom right. What is a pace?
It's like a yard.
Yeah, it's
Yard?
about a yard.
Okay.
Let's see how many hardened airs I'd need to do to ring to keep the army from reaching us.
So 750 feet is the ground that you'll cover, which some of that will be cut. So we'll actually end up cutting that distance in half because you guys, they're charging at you the same time that you're coming at them.
Right.
So
okay, probably want to wait until they're
Yeah, I don't want to go too far away from our own archers.
yeah.
okay, about how far out would you like to?
100.
Are the other
100.
skirmishers on horseback, or are they on foot?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
they're on horse as well. So as you're waiting for them to get a bit closer, go ahead and everybody do spot checks. All right, Adina
19.
and Cho'Gath,
9.
Falk,
20.
Rafe.
14.
All right, so Falk, you're the only one that sees this. What you see is dark forms moving along the outskirts of the forest to the east of the Watch Hill archers. You see Trollocs, and lots of them. They're not more than 200 paces from the Watch Hill flank and closing at a run. The archers, intent on their work, don't seem to notice. In just a few seconds, they're going to be overrun.
Okay, so which side of the line would I have been on, or would I have been like right in the middle of the skirmishers?
You can choose to place yourself where you would like to.
My skills would probably be better suited towards the outside,
Okay.
so I could strafe and hit, and then wheel and come back.
So we could say that you're off on that side there.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see that. Is that
Draw a
kind of
box
in the
around
air?
it too.
So I'm on the west side.
Yeah, the east side. there. This is look at the compass down here.
Yeah.
That's off to the east. So you're on the same side that all the Trollocs are coming from. It's kind of in that arrow.
F him?
Yeah.
That's the west side, right?
No, look at
Because east is this way, John.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's on the west side of the road.
I thought you meant of that group.
I see. To the south?
Yeah, you're group
slightly
is here.
east
okay.
of the group.
Because you guys were going down to engage these guys here.
Okay.
Yeah.
We gotta get the John Madden play-by-play.
Yeah.
What you got here?
So, yeah, I'll call out, Watch Hill, look to your flanks, and I'll wheel my horse and begin a charge in that direction.
So with the distance that you guys are at right now, and the sound, there's a crazy amount of sound that's happening, you can barely hear yourself shouting that.
Okay.
The people right around you will hear you, and they can pass word. But like if you're trying to get the attention of the archers themselves, that's not a something that's doable from your distance right now.
Yeah, I'll be trying to make motion, like wheel my lance around and then point and like lay into charge.
Okay.
It's all those actions are restricted to those with levels in commander or noble.
I can fake.
Cho'Gath and Rafe, where would you have liked to have been?
Well, I thought we were sticking together.
We're sticking together.
So yeah, you'll hear him say that, and you'll see that now he's wheeling off, and the people right around you will hear as well. And word does pass among your group, but
They're disorganized.
some of them.
I'll blow my horn.
Yeah.
So that'll definitely get the attention as you guys start to peel away.
Trollocs
A good
will rally
portion
to
of
you.
them are going to continue towards the group that's still running towards, but you guys will have some support there. And with the horn, you can draw the attention of the Watch Hill as well.
Your horn may save the day.
Do one more spot check
As I knew it would.
for everybody that's looking out that way now. Adina?
23.
Okay. Cho'Gath
13.
and Falk.
23.
Rafe.
13.
Okay, so Adina, Dill, and Falk. You see towards the front of that pack, about the middle of the pack of Trollocs, off to the side, there's I'm trying to think of one of the descriptions. My mind went blank.
Mydril, Dark Hound.
Yeah, there's a Mydril who's whipping them into a frenzy as they're approaching.
That's our target.
Did some of them actually carry whips to do that? I forget.
Yeah.
Did it only happen in the first book, or did it happen after that?
Oh, I don't know. I just remember the first book. I don't know if it happened.
Because it seems very Lord of the Ring-ish, sort of.
The first book was intentionally modeled after that. But he also develops like a shorthand with Trollocs and Fades where you don't really get the long descriptions of them anymore or what they're doing.
Especially if there's a noble within 100 feet. Or that one Fade. Alpha Fade.
Yeah.
He always gets, at least his light always gets a description.
What is the speed on your horses?
40, I believe.
40?
Oh, I can look it up.
50, I think.
60.
For the heavy warhorse, I think.
Oh,
50.
sorry.
Yeah, I think it's
Fine,
50 for
60.
heavy and 60 for the light.
You guys all have the same?
Mm-mm.
No? Cho'Gath, what is yours?
50.
And Falk?
60.
And Rafe?
60. But I'll move at 50 unless I need to break away.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll move at 50 until we get an actual charge.
Could you do that with a charge? I never really wondered on that.
Slower speed?
You're always trying to get ahead, right? But
Yeah.
do you have to move the full charge? I don't think you do. So you could technically...
You just need at least the 10 feet, right?
Yeah. And normally a charge would end once you hit what you were going to.
Yeah, like the first viable attacking area of the monsters where you're ending up.
Yeah. But with the ride-by attack, the charge just continues on through.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to picture him charging slower, and I guess it technically happens all the time. It's just that you don't picture it that way.
Yeah.
So charge 10 feet.
It's tripping the horse up because it's not the speed it naturally runs.
Looks like doing that weird thing where its legs are actually moving like it's moving full speed, but it's only covering the distance.
Oh man, I hate when that happens in games. Gotta get your animations right, people.
Yeah. It's not the worst glitch I've seen, but...
Well, the one that makes me the most angry is there's something that will happen in Skyrim where if your frame rate gets kind of busted, horses will just lose gravity and they'll just go flying off. So I'll be riding along and I'll see horses swirling in the air above me.
Okay, so you guys would make it there within they're times 5, aren't they?
Or what?
Horses running.
Horses.
Oh. If we're going their speed, they're... oh, yeah, I guess if we're doing... I don't know. I think it's just the 2 times, right?
Yeah,
the
charge
2 movements.
is times 2. Running would be
running
times 5.
its own
So
action.
you guys will have about 300 feet to cover before you get to them.
Would probably take the first 100 feet to kind of line up the charge as like the first round, and then that would let them cover some distance. And
well, it's 600 feet total. I'm figuring they can. You guys would wait a little bit, or give them a little bit of time to cover some of the distance. That way, you're not covering the full 300 or 600. Sorry.
Yeah.
Are we going to make the bull formation to collapse on them just with the 3 of us?
That's restricted to nobles.
You guys will have some riders with you.
Okay.
With the amount that you're seeing, not nearly enough, but you've also got the attention of the archers who will redirect as well, and also Adina if she'd like to.
Yeah, let's let the archers do as much of the work for us as they can. And
well, yeah, I'm going to charge up to 30 feet and then
do you guys want to go at
and then shoot?
Okay, so I guess let me ask this: what part of this force do you want to engage?
The Fade is probably behind them, right?
Driving them.
Yeah, you can see where he's at, where he's making sure they're not just going out of the forest to join the bigger group that's are surrounding Emond's Field. And he's driving them on towards the Watch Hill. Okay.
I'm kind of assuming we have to go through some Trollocs in order to get to him.
You can, so with that, if you go back to that map there.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many Trollocs are in there? It's not a whole fist or anything, is it?
There were, it's not a whole fist is 100, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Isn't that what they were? Yeah. So it's not an entire fist, but it would come close. Now you can, since they're trying to stick to the trees so that they could come around to the Watch Hill group there, you could just come out on the grassland. Just go over. Well, I guess you'd probably intercept them closer to here, but that way you don't have to go through the trees. But there's places where you'd be able to stay out of the trees if you'd like to.
If possible, direct the other skirmishers to face the Trollocs while the 3 of us break off to take care of the Fade.
So the
if you guys get
the Watch Hill group is 400.
Yeah.
400 strong, and there are the majority of them are archers. There's about 300 archers, and then they have pole arms. Some have swords. So you'll be able to. We'll say there's 100 of your skirmishers there. You guys will have about 20.
Okay.
That will come along with you. So, did you want to ride into the bulk of the Trollocs.
So you guys can continue your movement past your initial attack?
It was more just to get some people between the archers and the Trollocs, so the Trollocs don't.
Oh, so the goal is just to block them from harrying our archers.
Yeah, and hopefully the Murdrel has them linked, and if we kill the Murdrel, then...
A little bit right there.
Like what happened when the Murdrel fell that we fought near the Ogier.
The one that the Aiel had told you to kill.
Besides, I'm feeling a weird primal need to kill the Murdrel.
Well, I was thinking if we just slam into the line, maybe we'll fall enough of them that those of you with a ride by can get right in the middle and then shoot up.
So,
if the primary goal, maybe we should just charge up and stop them there, right where we meet them.
Yeah, we could do that.
The group that's circled here, that on that left flank is archers that will start firing into them as well. Okay. But with the distances that you're at, like I said, you guys will meet them right about here if you want to hit the first, the very front line. The Mydril is going to be back over here. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we could hit them and then kind of on the side where those of us that can will continue on to the...
Maybe we should hit them on their south side, like come at them that way, so they'd have the trees behind them.
Yeah, well, right in this clearing up here, that's where they're going to end up breaking from cover.
Oh, yeah, so I guess we'd be hitting them from the south no matter what.
Yeah, okay, so...
But you guys could end up going up and around, so you want to go up and around and hit them here, and then try and follow along to there? So that would be your first...
Yeah.
Okay.
How far out will they be from me at that point?
From you?
The Trollocs, yeah.
Which side would you like to be on?
Well, I'm circled. Or is that just archers?
That's just archers, yeah. You can be in that same group.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay.
Right, I'm with the archers, so...
So, at that point, they're... let's see.
I need to be within about 160 feet.
Let's see if I can...
Well, I'll pair up with one of you guys.
Looks like they might be about...
Just try to get flanking.
Why's the ruler got to be so big?
I'll just use my full combat expertise so I can have a good AC.
Yeah, it looks like they might be way out of range.
Not a big chance to hit. I think that'll be the most effective use for me.
So they'll end up being, when they hit that point, they'll be 40 feet away from the archer group.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know if that's within your range still.
You said 40 feet?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, it's 160 is what I need.
Okay. So if you guys do a full run, then one round would put you within 50 feet of that.
Okay. And then
you can wait and charge at that point.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead. We'll get initiative. All right, Adina?
7.
And Cho'Gath?
19.
And Falk?
18.
And Rafe?
13.
All right, so what's your most extreme range? I mean, you'll have...
160.
160? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll let you know when they get within 160.
Yeah, I'll also have to take the bracelet off, and I'll put it around the pommel of my saddle.
Okay.
And I'll have to be doing that with my own power.
Okay.
What?
Just the idea that you have someone leashed as we march with an army down to Emond's Field and no one's questioned it.
I don't know if they'd notice it. They're so hyped up.
Yeah.
Might have to get out of town once if they start asking questions about the fireballs that came from the archer ranks.
Yeah. Although, I can't remember. Do Varen and them also contribute?
Yeah, with the catapults.
It's been too long since I read that section. I gotta go back and reread those.
Are there range increments for these bows, like D&D as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, the range listed is just the first range increment, then it can go up to 10 times 10. That.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
if they're just doing blanket archery, then aiming doesn't really...
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to figure out which range they can fire, Dill can fire, things like that.
And so for each range increment past the first, it's -2, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they'd only... Were the Two Rivers longbows common in all of the Two Rivers, or just Emond's Field?
Two Rivers.
Two Rivers, yeah.
So yeah, they'd be able to... they're 110 feet
Yeah.
is the first.
So yeah.
Seed. So they'd only have
1100.
to have 2 range increment, or 1 range increment, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Dill's is starting 60 feet, so he'll probably have to wait a little
Yeah,
bit.
some of these people could probably be picking off Trollocs in the eye.
So
Yeah, it's not like they're organized enough right now to know to
Yeah.
hold and shoot at once and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on how active Fail might be. She might be trying to do something.
all right, so as you guys get their attention, the archers turn that way, and after just a few moments, they start to loose arrows into those trees. And then we will start with Cho'Gath.
All right, so do I need... I should be going first, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and we're just heading towards the Murdrel.
I figure that since we have ride by attack, we'd hit a Trolloc or two on the way to them.
Yeah. All right, so is there one within range at this point?
So you guys would do a full run, and then you can wait 2 rounds for them to get within the 50-foot range.
Okay.
If you want to do the charge, as they're not as fast as you guys are, so it'll take them just a little bit to get there.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
That's what I'll do. I'll see if any of the Trollocs that will be in my range have that stupid eagle head, and that's the one I'll pick.
The second one of them comes out of the forest, they'll see you and they'll know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
The avalanche is about to crash into them.
Yeah, I'm hoping they put those in the show.
The eagle head one?
Yeah, because they really wig me out. I don't like the thought of it.
The birds are kind of creepy to consider for too long.
Yeah.
Part of me wonders if for the show, depending on the budget, if they'll go with the cover style of Trolloc as opposed to the in-book description, where it's
Right.
essentially just humans with helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. They probably will.
I kind of always, I don't know why, but my imagination just went straight to Mom and Dad Save the World movie. Have you ever seen that? Oh,
Okay.
it's a wonderful B movie if you ever...
So, did you guys want to? I guess you guys would be able to just ready in action. All of you would.
Yeah.
For when
Yeah.
they get there. Yeah, you can find almost any type of Trolloc you'd want to kill.
Yeah.
Since you can get a better look at them once they break tree cover, you see that there's about 60 of them
Okay.
that are left.
So it's just 20 for each of us. No problem.
And then the murderer that's behind him. So, yeah, you can find one that you'd like, if you'd like to charge it.
Yes, sir. 26.
That's a hit.
17 damage.
All right, that's a kill on that one.
Yeah, so how far away was he from me?
That would have been 50 feet you would have had to ride.
So you can go another 50.
Yeah, I'll carry out the rest of the 50 feet.
Okay, that will take you...
Cleave. Or you can't move after cleave, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
Does that expand for you guys too when I do that?
What?
When I zoom in?
No, but we can do it.
All right. right, so that was right here. That puts you over there now. And the Midril is there. So within another charge, you can get to the Midril.
Okay.
You might have been able to cleave and then finish your ride by. Right, you can't take a 5. You can't move between cleaves.
Right.
It doesn't. I can't quite remember if you can't finish your cleave and then do the rest of your spring attack. Is that what it is, or ride by?
Ride by attack. Yeah.
I want a D12.
Well, I'll look at it later and see for the future.
All right. So that would take us to Falk.
Do the same thing. Hit a Trolloc, ride by, continue on through.
Okay.
I'm going to take away 2 for a power attack. It always ends badly.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
30.
It's a hit.
Is that critical or is it just 20?
No. No, not a critical.
Would have been a critical threat for me.
Nice.
Shadow Spawn Hunter.
29.
It's a kill. And then you end right around where Cho'Gath is, right?
Yeah.
All right. And then Rafe.
Brandon, my D20's by your right foot. It was by your right foot. Sorry. So yeah, I'll continue with these guys with my club, I guess.
Okay.
You should have just assumed your role.
Probably not. What's that? 11?
Are you charging?
Yeah.
That's a miss.
It's not a different day, is it? No, not yet.
No.
You could go rest in the woods away from the battle.
Hold on, guys.
Take a 1 round, Matt.
So do you end with where they're at too?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
I don't know if you'd be able to attack and continue through. We had to get ride by attack in order to be able to...
Oh, that's right. I was going to modify it. I was going to shoot my bow at the end of my movement rather than use my club.
Was
still a miss, though. I think it would be 2 higher, so 13.
That would be a hit.
Oh, okay. So 6 damage then.
Okay.
That's how you get another attack in when you fill the first one.
Adina will attack with her dagger. I meant fireball. Reflex save.
All right. So the Trollocs get up to the line. Murderel gets closer. He's about 30 feet away from you now, Brandon.
Okay.
Adina, I apologize. You should have gotten your delayed action too.
Oh, okay. When they get close enough, fireball into the biggest grouping of them.
Okay.
It's 10-foot radius, so 10 foot on all directions from them.
Okay.
Reflex save of...
Anybody got their little grid thing here?
No, I just go for the biggest grouping of them. 16.
It's part of the holy tradition, though.
I don't like
these.
Now the grid comes
in a grouping here.
It's like a
silver
thing.
Did that start with me or?
So, that would be 13. What did I need?
16.
Okay, so they failed.
Well, I made the paper.
Okay. Yeah, because I think he just got sick of me saying, if I do it here, then these people will be hit.
Well, it works fine when you got like a battle map or whatever. Yeah. But when you're theater of mind and you're trying to figure out the grid thing, it's a little cumbersome.
12 points to...
Okay, so that dot there, I don't know if you can tell the difference in color. That's a little big. There's your fireball. This is the front right choke. Okay. All right. The archers fire a volley as well, and they kill 7. And Dill shoots 1 too.
An army unto himself.
Till he gets...
All right, back to Cho'Gath. So you're 30 feet away from the Midril now.
Okay.
There are 5 Trollocs with that Midril as well.
Good.
As they're at the rear of that army.
Okay. I will charge the Murdril with my lance.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. Dark One's own luck. So that'd be 26.
That's a hit.
23 damage. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to use my second attack on a Trolloc that's in the line that continues on my charge. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. So that's 15.
To hit.
Yeah, a Trolloc.
That would hit.
Okay. 19 damage.
Okay. So you hurt him quite a bit, but he's not quite dead.
I implore you to reconsider.
As you look closer, you recognize the
Face of your father.
the symbol that is on the Trollocs breastplate is the sergeant.
Oh, okay.
Sergeant Fist on all 5 of these.
Sergeant Fist.
And you said you had 26 damage to the murderel?
Yeah. Forgive me, master, but I must go all out just this once. That's what I say.
To who?
To the murderel.
To my master.
Oh man, I'm traveling with a bunch of crazies.
To the murderer, I'll say, nothing personal, kid.
Okay. And then, do your will save.
12.
If we were bonded, you could have used my will save.
You'll be shaken for 4 minutes.
What does that entail?
-2 on
Like
attack
everything.
and damage rolls
Right.
and saving throws.
So it would have been, what, 24 damage? And
Yeah, it would have been 24 damage.
Well, at least you're not running away.
yeah. Stupid dragons.
All right, Falk.
What's so scary about a bunch of dragons anyway?
I'm going to follow suit and attack the Myrtle.
Okay. As you start out, we'll have you do your will save.
Okay.
He's not going to look at the mitral.
Yeah,
No.
I'm just going to attack it. Closed eyes.
You feel your lance go through mail, and then you hear Cho'Gath.
23.
Okay, you're good.
That was supposed to be my attack roll.
Well,
Although we are in the forest now, technically, right? So do I get my Nature's Warrior bonus?
These
did
domains
just
get really
deforest
tricky.
This area.
I thought that you read that it was fairly actually pretty expanded than what we thought it was, right? I thought you were reading through there.
Yeah.
Lawyering.
Yeah, I'll let you take it, seeing how your
If
close
you can smell
proximity towards the tree
forest.
Pine,
I get
cedar,
my bonuses.
oak.
All right. So as I ride into the forest, I suddenly feel emboldened. And, yeah. 28
That's a hit.
or 15 damage.
There should be unseating rules or unmount. What I think it's unseated, right? When you're like jousting, you
Getting
unseat.
hit so hard that it knocks you off.
Yeah, they should have knockdown for everything.
I'd say maybe like as part of a lance's charge, you
Yeah.
get the bonus damage, all that stuff, but maybe an immediate trip. And if you
Yeah.
succeed in the trip, they are off the horse. Take 1d6 falling damage, stun.
Okay. Let's see. Rafe.
Did you guys
Oh, I'm
travel?
sorry. Wait, did you want to attack a Trolloc as well?
I don't have a second attack,
okay.
so no, I'll just
You just
attack.
continued on.
Yeah, continue on.
You should.
Taking it.
Need everything we can get
Great.
right now.
All right, so I will swing a little wide so as not to actually engage the Murdral and shoot it with my bow.
How far do you want to go?
Just enough not to be
To the
threatened.
edge.
Okay.
Right to the edge.
To the limit.
Dun, dun.
Do you want to be... How far away from it do you want to be, I guess?
We'll say 10 feet.
Okay. So go ahead and do your will save.
21.
Nice.
Success. And then your attack.
Okay, I'll use my combat expertise and -5 for my attack roll.
Okay.
21.
It's a hit.
2 points of damage.
Don't forget the race acid arrow effect.
So that shot will come relative to the end of their movement, I guess, rather than in the position to the Murdrel. So wherever they stop, I'll turn around and fire.
All right. Okay, so
That's a shoot.
Cho'Gath, how far away did you move past the Murdrel?
Well, the remainder of my speed, which would have been 100.
Okay, so
You got to carry out the rest of your charge with ride by attack. So
Well, in that case, I'll shoot, then move.
okay,
Because I don't want to shoot at that far of a range.
So we should have moved
so
what, like
you're
50,
let's see.
50 or 60 past him.
Yeah. All right. So you're gonna have you'll have the a Trolloc and the Murdrel on you. You'll have 2 Trollocs, and then you'll. How far away were you, Rafe?
Not far. Not actually the way it ended up. I would be keeping pace with them.
Okay.
It's just
so-
the way the combat turn has to be broken down. It seems a little weird. Like, I like to envision it. It would be like I was riding and tracking them, and I loosed at some point and
Yeah.
So do
carried
they have
on.
reach
But
with their weapons?
They're large, right? Trolloc?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're.
I can't remember if they get reach with them, though.
Well, they might have reach naturally.
because they're large.
They do.
Okay. But the Murdrel doesn't.
The Murdrel doesn't, so that will provoke when it moves in to attack you, Cho'Gath.
Okay. And is
And
that
if you're
provoke
right
from-
next to him, then you'll be able to get it as well.
Yeah, I'd probably be trying to keep some sort of closer formation with him.
Yeah,
So let's go ahead and resolve that.
27,
It's a hit.
15.
That's a miss.
7 damage, or 8 damage. Sorry.
Did you take out
6
the minus? Okay. Okay. And then... So, Trolloc attack on Cho'Gath.
Bring it on.
15.
No,
And the Murdrel attack on Cho'Gath was a 16.
no,
Sorry, an 18.
no.
It was,
21.
and then the attacks to Falk. An 18 and an 11.
One hit.
You're not sending the best.
Right.
Yeah.
6 damage. And then the 2 that come for Rafe. 20 and a 20.
Miss.
Oh.
That's right. What are you up to right now?
21.
Okay.
Although, full disclosure, I actually couldn't use it the way I used it, so they're both hits.
What are you
I
talking
thought about lying for a moment. Well, I went to read the feat to see how long the bonus lasted, and it says only the full attack or attack in melee
For what?
for combat
Oh.
expertise.
Okay.
So, and I used it on a ranged weapon, so they're both hits.
Oh, okay.
And it's also limited by attack bonus, too.
Right, which is 5. So
Okay.
that part I got right.
Well, technically, you are shooting clubs, which is a melee weapon.
It's true.
And your bow is a club.
These guys sort of hurt.
Yeah.
So we have 7 damage for the first one and 5 damage for the second one.
I thought I only had one Trolloc attack in him.
He had 2.
Oh.
It was, 2. Yours would make a total of 4. The one with the Murdrel is 5. And then Adina.
Flee,
Alright.
Falk,
So-
flee. Or Rafe. Actually, we shall flee.
You can do, I'll allow you to do a spot if you want to see these guys.
18.
Okay, yeah. So you can make out at the back there, you see Cho'Gath and Falk and Rafe sitting their horse, and you do see with your power enhanced eyes,
Which I don't have the feat for.
the Murdrel back there with some Trollocs.
How far away are they?
Um,
Just, you can rough guess it here.
Yeah, they're within your 160.
But the problem is I might hit them if I fireball down that way.
As they're be right at about 120 feet.
All right. If I can hit the fade, like, well, I don't know, like, depending on where they are, yeah, I'll just kind of lob something that direction, see who I can hit.
So, yeah, the fade, or the murderer with the Trollocs are still, their backs are to their army, or the group of Trollocs that's attacking the archers, and Cho'Gath, Rafe, and Falk are all on the opposite side of that. So, if you fall it a little short...
Okay. Yeah, so a reflex save for whoever I'm hitting of a 16 for half.
Okay.
And that probably should count for their horses too, which will be taking damage as well.
So the Trolloc group, excluding the 5, got the 19 plus whatever Trollocs have. I think it's a 2 reflex. So 21.
All right, so
22.
They get half of
the merge roll got a 17.
All right.
4 of the Trollocs that are with the merge roll fell, though.
All right, so 19 to them, and then I guess it'd be 9 to everyone that succeeded.
Okay.
Don't forget the horses.
The Trollocs don't have horses.
Oh yeah, but the Fade does.
There's
right?
It was on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were moving through the trees themselves.
Aren't Trollocs as fast as a horse?
+1.
Except they're only 30 feet.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
I mean, like in the book.
Yeah.
Well, do they?
I'm taking some liberty
they're
here
always on their
because
horses.
it says they're 30 feet, but I made them go faster so that... said 9 to everybody who succeeded,
Yeah.
and then 19 to everybody else.
Yeah. Oh, I better mark that down. Wouldn't want to accidentally have more weave slots than I'm supposed to.
You just leave the mistakes until next game session, in which case they become fact.
It's too bad this is too late to amend or correct. Chris, what about all that retconning I allow you to do? I'm sorry, John.
Okay, so...
The wheel can only handle so much.
This little bead of fire...
I'd like to make it closer to the books.
Yeah, can we please do that?
So I like to think in my head that it's like lobbed.
Yeah.
So it's half the height at its peak.
Okay.
At about midway of the distance it's going. So it about 80 feet in the air when it's at the apex of its lob, and then it comes down.
Okay.
And this would probably be like what? Maybe size of a dog or a person size fireball for a 10-foot radius.
So yeah, you guys see in the air is at its high point there, where it's already pretty large and it just gets bigger as it falls and then splashes right around.
Nice.
2 of the Trollocs, one fighting Falk, and then one fighting Rafe, die. The other one fighting you is pretty messed up. Same with the ones that you're fighting, and then the Fade takes quite a bit as well, and it does quite a bit of damage to the few that are at the rear guard of this Trolloc horde as well. So there's bestial screams and cries coming from all these.
It's music
Trollocs.
to my ears.
It sounds oddly like white cloaks, though.
Everybody sounds the same when they're burning to death.
Oh, you got to make a note on that, don't you?
Yeah.
Because I said Trollocs on fire.
Yeah.
We're all brothers in flames.
It's purifying. It's the only true way to do away with the shadow is to cast enough light.
If she keeps lobbing things like right next to us, I'm gonna become
shell-shocked.
shell-shocked. And I'm gonna have to start making will saves every time there's a
everywhere
bumping chair or something.
I like to imagine that anytime there's a slight breeze, you're worried that you're going to get picked up and whisked away.
Yeah, you find me cowering in a hole somewhere, terrified of everything.
Yeah, because you also don't know. Like, I could be anywhere because you've seen me turn something invisible.
Yeah.
You don't know if I can just turn myself invisible or something. Turn you inside out.
I've seen you do that. Pretty close. Happened to the guy standing next to me.
It makes me mad
this morning.
It makes me so mad that there's no way in game to just flay someone, right? Just peel their skin right off.
Yeah.
Once again, are you sure you're not Black Asha?
Right.
Oh, I'm positive.
So,
It's the logical thing to do.
Out of nowhere, 2 arrows streak into the Trolloc that was fighting you, and it drops him.
Nice.
And you get...
Did Dill make that shot?
He did the his critical action.
The Dill.
Rolled 2 20s.
Does he have any common sense and forego the -4?
He didn't know.
Come on. Every archer should do away with the -4. It doesn't matter if you hit your friends. It just matters you hit something. Can't waste arrows.
Dead cost nothing.
Yeah.
Cho'Gath.
Okay, so what do I have around me?
So you just have a Murdrel around you.
Okay, that's it.
Falk has 1 Trolloc, and Rafe has 1 Trolloc near him too.
All right. So what I want to do then is pull out my sword
Okay.
and attack the Murdrel with my sword.
All right.
That's a critical threat. 26.
That's a hit.
Critical hit. So what is that? 27 damage.
That's what Dill did with his arrows.
Dill's not real.
I don't
He's a
think
dream
either of
within
them
a
are.
dream.
Well, you needed a couple of them.
Yeah, so he's on foot, so I'll slice at his head. May try to make a poached egg out of it.
Nah.
So you do a pretty good job of hacking. His head is still attached,
Sure.
but yeah, it
Starts
doesn't
flailing.
drop him just yet.
Oh,
Right.
not yet.
Is
Okay, I'll cleave.
okay.
Wait,
Second
Did it
attack,
die?
though, right?
Just
What's that?
No.
did it die?
Oh no.
But I do have a second attack, so
Okay.
I'll take that.
Damn.
Critical threat.
See, same thing that happened with Dill.
So that's 16, 17, 15.
That one would be a miss, but you get the hit, normal hit.
So 13 damage.
All right, now you dropped him. He had exactly 13 hit points.
Now cleave.
Now I'll cleave. But there's nobody to cleave.
Yeah, so all the
Creators
Trollocs
everywhere.
drop when it drops,
Nice. Yeah.
or at least in this group
Right.
here.
What about the ones that were trying to ambush the archers? Did all those ones
That's who
drop?
we're fighting.
That's who you're fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the whole. Okay.
Yeah, there were 46 left, and they all dropped.
That's the fastest way to kill 46
Yeah.
Trollocs.
Exactly.
As you looking around, you can see that the 80 skirmishers that continued on are doing okay against that group that was that rear guard that was coming.
Means we get 66 Trollocs worth of experience.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever that was.
Well, let's go finish the
Yeah,
siege,
I'll
and then we'll get
snatch
all of the experience.
Up my
8,000.
lance, and then we'll head off back towards that initial group.
Doesn't matter. We would just cap out at one level. If we were to do it, we need to make this several
No,
game
because
sessions.
we won't. He doesn't know that that's the rule.
Oh,
And
Anyway.
I don't think
does.
he can hear us.
Anyway, that's
He does. We'll make sure he is forgotten.
we could actually beat him up and tell him where he's going to do.
I'm going to cancel my Shadowrun session. You guys just discovered the one thing I hoped you wouldn't.
That we could gang up and beat you into the ground.
Everybody's going to have to start open
Getting
carrying
bodyguards.
Yeah, why do you think I always carry when I'm at these if I'm game mastering?
It's a good plan.
To anyone listening, this is why you treat your players good. They typically outnumber you.
A bad DM is a dead DM.
Oh,
Well, I think I did read one of those like weird news stories a few years back about some group playing Dungeons and Dragons and one of them attacking the other with a sword.
Yeah.
Because of a disagreement?
Yeah.
I've heard a couple where they take to
And
the
there
game
was
master pisses someone off, and they actually take to brawling. But I haven't heard about the sword
No,
one.
There was a call
remember
on-
hearing about the sword thing.
There's one on Reno 911
Yeah.
where they responded to a DM that hit one of his players with an axe
Oh,
because he was trying to cast a spell he couldn't.
okay, maybe that's what I remember. Yeah.
You don't got any axes anywhere over there, John. I screw up from time to time.
I do have axes here.
All right.
Well, I mean, they're for wood, not for people, but
It's a
Kind of a
they'll do in a
blockhead.
pinch, right?
So as you guys have seen, they're doing pretty good against the that group of that was coming, that rear guard. When you look to the village, what you see is hundreds of Trollocs are fleeing the village of Emmonsfield. Most are being cut down by arrow fire before they reach the western front. The field is black with the dark bodies of shadow spawn, like a field full of feathered weeds, punctuated here and there by thrashing bodies of murderel that still refuse to die. Crows hop along the ground and vultures soar overhead in a huge milling cloud. The roar of a crowd reaches you across the wide field, the exultant cheer of the villagers in their victory. Lady Fael is leading the Watch Hill folk toward the town at a victorious gallop.
two strange, heavily armored lancers leading the charge.
We saved Demon's Field single-handedly, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what these other people were even doing.
Leeching.
Yeah,
AFK, lol.
they were sleeping. Yeah. They're real money trade.
But you're
anyway.
you're a frontline archer. AFK.
Mom's calling. Gotta help with the groceries.
All right, so you guys can write in with the Watch Hill group. As you guys get in there, or into the town, you see a large contingent of Children of the Light. I'll read it from here, it's easier.
Okay, we're not done fighting.
A
then.
large contingent of Children of the Light has appeared, perhaps 200 horsemen. They seem to have come from within the village, but their armor gleams and their cloaks are spotless. There is no sign of battle among them. The leader steps forward and challenges Lord Perrin, says, "I arrest you now as a dark friend and a murderer." Almost immediately, the surrounding people break into a roar. "No, no," many of them shout, "and you will not take him."
We do not want this.
This is bad.
Very no.
Fire an arrow.
Perrin, Lord Perrin, challenges the White Cloaks in return. Starts demanding to know where they were during the fighting. One of the village women steps forward and states that the White Cloaks spent the entire battle on the village green, all lined up and sitting their horses, pretty as girls ready for a dance on Sunday.
What a tattletale.
The accusation doesn't seem to faze the White Cloak, who continues his accusation and moves in to make his arrest, but all around the villagers draw their weapons and the White Cloaks are forced to back off. The White Cloak leader turns, or as he's turning, says, "I will see you hang one day." The villagers raise their arms in a shout of "Golden Eyes, Lord Perrin, Golden Eyes," as Lord Perrin sweeps Lady Fael onto his horse and trots into the village. Behind them, the villagers set to work tending to their wounded, gathering their dead, and destroying those few shadow spawn that still move. The grimness of their losses set against the jubilant of their victory. So the village itself wasn't spared by any means. There's quite a few Trolloc bodies just packed into the alleyways and in the yards. The broken barricades are ringing the town and the buildings that they'd been erected around and between. Looks like they're assembling the wounded on the village green. What would you guys like to do? So you can help. You can, if you remember, Varen Sedai was supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to start helping.
Okay.
Let's see if I can
So yeah,
join
you
one
can
of the
help
groups.
either clear away Trollocs, clean up some of the barricade, or tend wounded.
Yeah, I'm not any kind of physician. I'll just start hauling Trollocs away.
Okay.
Did you say that there were some that were hunting down
Finishing off.
Yeah, finishing
the ones that are
off.
still
I'm going to go
Doing
do
the
that.
knife work.
I'm going to go find living Trollocs and make them not living Trollocs.
All right. Adina, what would you like to be doing?
I'd like to be elsewhere. But I guess I'll go towards the, the green.
Okay.
Hopefully find one of the Aes Sedai there, tending to the wounded. If not, I guess I'll start. But I'm feeling more and more that time's of the essence.
Yeah, you could feel it as you came into the village of someone who was embracing the source and using the power.
I'll say, don't waylay me, and I'll defend myself accordingly.
Okay. Rafe, what would you like to be doing?
Well, I suspect I'm in sort of post-adrenaline crash, so I'll find a good place to kick my feet up.
Drink a bunch of wine.
I'm going to make a wineskin, an empty wineskin.
Okay.
But actually, I have to tend to my own wounds as well.
I'll take care of you.
Oh, okay.
That still begs the question if you know what's going on these days, because I remember you being very in denial over me healing you.
You'll have to wait till he gets the wineskin in before he lets you.
Well, it didn't start until she got
Yeah.
her slave.
Dill will help. Will want to go help you, Cho'Gath,
How bad are you hurt,
unless
man?
you direct him.
I need
Yeah, I'll direct him to stay by
12
Adina.
hit points.
Okay.
Keep watch over her.
All right, we can try this on a level 1 here.
Okay.
Yeah, you got 14 back. Anyone else hurt?
Thank
Nope.
you.
Yes, but I'm
invincible.
not going to come to you for it.
And that
Don't make me use the power.
this one transfers to subdual,
I'm not
right?
going to willingly come get healing for this one.
I can pick your horse up and bring it over too.
And you're going to have to.
Fine, I'll let you go.
Adina, make your leash woman heal me, I say.
All right. So as you
Please?
approach the green, a woman moves along among the wounded spread out across the village green, relentlessly checking each, despite the exhaustion clearly marked in her tired shoulders. Although plump and square-faced with a little gray streaking through her brown hair, her otherwise ageless face and the lurking presence of a rugged man in a shifting-hued cloak, and the fact that you can see the glow around her, betrays her as an Aes Sedai. She looks up as you approach.
I'll get off my horse and curtsy.
Okay. She says, regarding you, I haven't seen you here before. She cocks her head and says, something tells me you aren't from around here either. So, yeah, seeing that you are accepted, she just starts, she directs you to link with her so that she can continue to heal.
I'll take off the bracelet to the leash,
Okay.
and I'll leave that on the ground.
You want to put it on your horse?
The thing I'm worried about is she might be able to move it. Right? She might be able to move the horse. And
Deal's there, too. You can...
see if he can channel and put it on
No,
his wrist.
I just say have him hold your
Yeah,
horse.
he can hold your horse.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. She hasn't noticed yet, or if she has, she isn't saying anything about the fact that there's another Aes Sedai who's
Yeah,
collared.
I'll first try to say that, there's some, I figure she'll either interrupt or do whatever Aes Sedai stuff she would do. So I'll probably eventually find myself opening myself up to be linked with.
Yeah, and basically for the next several hours, you guys, or she uses you to go around and heal as many people as she can. So you're pretty drained at the end of it.
Let's see. What would that be?
As you guys work well into the night. You can try to speak with her if you'd like, though.
Well, yeah, but I figure she just is one of those, based on her description from, the books, where she's just going to kind of brush me off with either ignoring me and not seeming like she's ignoring me, or telling me to hush, child.
Yeah, and that's basically what it's getting at here, is if you do try and bring anything up, she says that she's more than happy to answer your questions when she's done.
We could
Right,
really
or
break
when-
some of the book stuff, and I can just slap Lalana's bracelet on her. And
Yeah. But it's going to be the next day before you guys will actually get a chance. So you guys work well into the night, and then you'll be able to get some rest. And it'll be the next morning when you can speak with her.
Okay.
So yeah, if any of you guys happen along to the green, that's what you see as well. You don't necessarily have to follow around with the way that the link works, but I'm not sure what you would want to be doing.
Keeping an eye on Lalana.
Okay.
Didn't they have a bunch of Emond Field girls that they had found at Good Channel?
Yeah.
And like linked with them as well?
Yep. But yeah, that's basically what you see is Adina waiting is what it looks like. Lalana's there, Dale's there, and what you can also gather to be the Aes Sedai that you were told about, Varen.
My paramour.
Going through and healing everybody.
Who?
She was the one that I said was my lover in Watch Hill to try and find her.
Varen? Yeah. There might be some rumors about you, Varen.
Just so you know, I'm game.
Nothing else eventful will happen the rest of the night, though. So, eventually you can all make your way to whatever sleeping arrangements you can find.
I'll build a fort out of Trolloc corpses.
Okay. And hang a no Aes
Flag,
Sedai
yeah.
or women allowed.
Does your make your armor out of Fade corpses?
Right.
But yeah, we can jump to the next day if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah.
All right. So, Varen will talk to you. She will be in the Wine Spring Inn in the common room. So that's where you can have your discussion.
Okay.
Which is pretty empty.
Yeah, everyone's out working.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's like formal, walk up. I'll leave Lalana's bracelet somewhere nearby,
Okay.
like on a table or something. She can sit back, but I'll curtsy deeply. And Varen Sedai, I seek Jerichopen, and I'll give her the map. Or did we give that to Alana so she could give it to Varen?
Don't think you did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we seek Jerichopen.
She looks at you for a moment, says, yes, Jerichopen. Her eyes seem to focus on something very far away.
No, I'm unfocusing her.
As ancient Manetheren. This used to be Manetheren, you know. This very land here, in the mountains to the west, great nation, stood some 1,000 years. From the signing of the compact in 209 AB until late in the Trolloc Wars. They called it the sword that could not be broken, you know, for its valiant stand against the shadow in those last decades. Her eyes focus again as if she just came out of a daydream, not unlike the events of this week, wouldn't you say? Of course, Manetheren was eventually crushed by Shadowspawn when the nations around her failed to come to her aid. This was the place, you know, right here. King Emond was overwhelmed in a great battle on what would be known as Emond's Field now. She cocks her head and gazes at the far end of the room for a moment. Interesting how history repeats itself. Of course, this time the Shadow lost the battle.
I'll sidestep so I'm between her new way she's looking and Lalana.
Okay.
I'll just always keep myself between Lalana and her.
All right. She says that Emond's queen was an Aes Sedai. Varen goes on, her attention returning to you, Eldrin. When she heard of his loss, she channeled a weave to destroy the Shadowspawn, a weave more powerful, perhaps, than any channeled since the breaking. It destroyed the Shadow armies, but it also overwhelmed her and razed her capital city of Manetheren. The nation was destroyed in the other cities, Shanane, Corotheren? Yeah. And, of course, Jerichopen. They fell into ruin. Shanane later grew into Was that Johanna? Is that how you say that one? Jahannah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, sounds right.
In Gelden. Let's see. It says that it is believed to have been in the southern half of the nation, at the base of the mountains, not well up into them like the capital of Manetheren itself. Says that it would put it just south of here, though I doubt as far south as Gehenna. Given a look at the map, Varen suggests a circled location second most from the southern edge of the map, but she confesses that she's really just guessing. So as she's looking at the map, she focuses on the
writing, the old tongue writing.
Yeah, and she says that she recognizes this. She starts nodding her head and says that she recalls hearing a Terongrial named the Artificer Brazen. It was created during the time of the breaking, when there were still many powerful Aes Sedai, including men who had not yet succumbed to the taint. Yes, that's right. It was made to gentle even the most powerful channeler. They used it to strip the one power away from male channelers who had gone mad, who were breaking the world, and who were too powerful to confront directly. It disappeared from the records sometime after the breaking, like so many items of power. No one knows what happened to it. Is there anything else that you would like to question her on? Or talk to her about?
Anyone?
No.
Teach me balefire.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be there. I'd probably still be out.
Do you want to tell me what color the sky is? No. I'll curtsy deeply, and
Okay.
I'll take the map back and thank you, Varen Sedai.
All right. She she seems like she's already focused on something else by the time that you're, also, you do hear that Loyal has returned, and Gaul. If you remember, he said he might have some information in a book.
We have a possible location
Of,
Jerichopen. If, I don't know, you can go check it out. Or if one of you guys want, you can go talk to him.
Yeah, I'll never pass up an opportunity to talk to him. I'll go.
Okay. I'll give you the map.
Yeah. I'll go find him. And
are you going to
challenge
let him know everything that Varen had said?
Well, I was
Condensed form?
I was there.
Okay.
Yeah. So he had... I saw him rolling his eyes, and I like to think that was in-game. So I'd be like, don't. Never interrupt a Brown.
It's like a novel here, man. All right. So, he when he sees you coming up, he stops. He was helping clear away some of the broken barricades, and he greets you as a friend.
I'll say, glory to the builders, and blah, blah, blah. And I'll ask him about, what he had said. He might have some information in a book. I'll show him the map.
Okay.
Do some
Are you
your
going
hand
to
bat.
also point out where Varen had said that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's see. Loyal mumbles, his ears twitching slightly as he thinks. Says, Gaul and I followed... You want to see if I can do the voice again?
No.
Yep.
But Travis wants it.
It's 50-50. So you gotta...
All right. Gaul and I followed the quarry road westward for some time up into the ruins of Manetheren. Says, I saw another road branching south some 4 or 5 days west of here. It seems quite ancient. Perhaps it leads to another city. If Jerichopen really is to the south, that road would lead in its direction.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Travis likes the voice.
Can you do all of your game master
I can't,
speaking?
man. It was after the Ogier and what was it else? I had tried another one, but those accents, I just can't.
Yeah, some of them
Can't
can
quite
kind of
get
start
down.
like hurting your
Yeah.
throat or something.
I
after
kind
a
of
while.
remember you trying a Iliander accent here or there. I
Yeah.
do be no... It's just a pirate accent.
Let's see. All right, so that's where we'll stop for tonight.
This has been a Death Watch production. Thank you for listening.